Hey, how's it going? I just did a video about showing my aircraft carrier here, and there's one of my strike craft. But I also have these mining vehicles. I thought I'd give you a little tour of that. So my primary design criteria for these guys was that they be more or less able to bump around inside an asteroid and not knock off any of the little components and stuff. And then I also kind of basically just made them a giant lunchbox of heavy armor, because you need a certain amount of weight to dampen these drill heads. They'll shake this thing to pieces if it doesn't weigh much. So I added a lot of reactors and stuff in here. I guess I can tear one out for you. Check this out. See if we can gut it a little. So, basically just a flatbed of reactors in there. I kind of started with the idea of having like more or less like a flatbed truck. So you have this area in front, which has the cockpit and lighting and stuff like that. I did a built-in missile launcher just for if you're just chunking through rock, you don't have to dig through it. You just blow it out with the missile launcher. It's a hell of a lot faster. So yeah, I basically just started with a flatbed design, put all the components I needed, and then just stacked on heavy armor in order to essentially make it heavier. I mean, that was pretty much the only reason I did that. It's not like I'm designing these things to be in combat. I mean, I guess you could. It's got a rocket launcher, so you can defend yourself a little bit, but really, it's it's a fat little piggy lunchbox thing. So anyway, but I'll give it a little fly around, check it out. So let's see, turn the reactor on. We got lights. I put a whole bunch of lights on these things because it tends to get dark when you're in an asteroid. So although there isn't really a point to mining in this game yet, I figured I might as well build up my fleet and kind of get the basics down. Just so I'm ready when they actually make something of it. So, it's a pretty capable little lunchbox. It's got pretty good maneuverability, but really again the main criteria was that I'd be able to bounce around inside an asteroid quite a bit. So for the most part, you can kind of there's a lot of armor in this thing. You can slam it, jam it around as you will, and it's not really gonna mess it up too bad. It can kind of scrape along because there's no external components. If you'll notice, pretty much everything except the landing gear, which if they were retractable, I would be stoked, because then I can kind of suck them into these little ports I made for them. So yeah, basically that was my criteria. So those are the only things that are popping out. Everything else can kind of scrape up against the rock. So you see, it doesn't wiggle too much, and the inertial dampeners are enough to kind of take care of the rest of the wiggle for the most part. I mean, it's doable. And of course, you can see the drill head. Looks like I bent it up a little bit, but whatever. So you can see the drill head, which is nice from the inside of the cockpit, because sometimes your view gets a little screwy. So I can slew around and jump away and stuff in here, which makes it also a little more realistic, which is fun. There's no third person in real life. Well, not easily anyway. So, yeah. It's my little mining lunchbox. The magical mining lunchbox. So, yeah. That's my two basic ship designs so far. Everything else has just been kind of tinkering, but I'm pretty stoked with these two. They function pretty much as you'd expect, and I can't wait to get in some space battles or do some consortium mining or whatever the hell you want to call it. It'll be a lot of fun. So there she blows. All right, laters.